Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Brunswick pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. Day one here between the Wake Tech Eagles and CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. And hello, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you for the doubleheader today and triple header tomorrow. We start again with the Eagles of Wake Tech at 4-4, 1-2 on a neutral court. They take on CCBC Baltimore County's Catonsville Cardinals at 3-2. They are 1-1 on a neutral court. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. We'll start first with the Cardinals of Catonsville and head coach TJ Priolo. Starting number 2 is Karis Scott. Number 3, Caleb Gray. Number 10, Mike Wiggins. Number 11 is Lance Porter. And number 15 is Micah Morgan. And now starting today for Wake Tech and Adam Wainwright, it's number 0, Taquan Hawley. Number 1 is A.J. Shaw. Number 2, Trenton Gerald. Number 3 is Charles Matheka. And number 13 is Mervyn Hope. Catonsville Cardinals coming off a win against Hartford on Tuesday, 98-52. That was on Wednesday. And then Wake Tech coming off a big 98-52 win as well. They took on Johnston Community College on Wednesday. So tomorrow, Wake Tech will take on Hagerstown, and the Cardinals will face host school Brunswick tomorrow. 1 o'clock for Wake Tech and approximately 3 p.m. tomorrow for Catonsville. And then that will wrap up this pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. So Wake Tech is in the dark. They're blue and black, and Catonsville in their red. Should be an interesting matchup here today. Catonsville, a D2 member of Region 20, and of course for Wake Tech, the Eagles, this is their second year at the D1 level. And I do realize that our scoreboard is having some issues. If it bothers the majority of you, please feel free to speak up on the YouTube chat and we'll get rid of it. But for now, I figured it's better than nothing. It's something that we're going to work on. But okay, so Wake Tech and Catonsville ready to tip us as we're set to go here at the pre-Thanksgiving Classic, and the tip is going to be won by Catonsville. So Morgan out deep with it. Catonsville's Micah Morgan averaging 15.6 points, 4.6 assists as he got the opening tip. Good ball movement, but it had to be saved. And the 3 ball is good by Gray. So Caleb Gray makes it 3-zip in favor of Catonsville. And they gave me the wrong information here. All right, it's time to get rid of the scoreboard because our scoreboard is not correct. So I will update you on the scores. Wake comes up empty on their opening possession. The rebound to Scott. So Gray with a triple. It's 3-0 in favor of Catonsville. We're a minute into the game. Hayes has it on the near side of your screen for the Cardinals. He gets doubled up, gets it down low, and a travel there on Scott. Wake Tech is giving up about 70 points per ball game, so pretty good defensive start to the season. They've played a tough schedule. Second year at the D1 level, as I mentioned. 2 of their 4 losses against nationally ranked programs. They lost to Chipola down in Florida, and just a 3-point loss to number 1, Davidson Davie. A D2 JUCO team's very familiar with that name, as Davidson Davie is constantly in the conversation for the national championship. So, 3-0 in favor of Catonsville. For Wake Tech, it's Mervyn Hope at the free throw line, a 56% free throw shooter. This is a team that is very good at getting to the free throw line. 27.4 attempts a game. That's 15th best in Division I. 18:40 left to go. We're just underway here at game number 1 as Hope gets them both. In the backcourt, Gray. And now it's thrown ahead and intercepted by Hope. Hope looking to attack. He'll pull up, can't get it to go. Follows his miss with an offensive rebound, and then it's poked away. Porter into the forecourt. Morgan with the ball fake now. Gray hit one earlier, and he's 2 for 2 from 3. So a good start for Gray. Caleb Gray came in averaging just 6.2 points per ball game. He's got all 6 for Catonsville. They lead at 6-2. 3 minutes in, 17:57 to go here in this opening half. Cross-court pass by Porter. The drive and the circus shot and the scoop is good for Morgan. Micah Morgan shooting almost 70% from the field to start the season. And he's on the board. Here's Holly for Wake Tech. Shaw over on the far side. Hope again. He throws cross-court to Holly. Fakes the 3, and the rainbow shot no good. Rebound controlled by the Cardinals. 17:19 left to go, just underway, 8-2, Catonsville. Early sub for the Cardinals, and it's Wendell Tomlin. Averages 8.5 a game, 4 rebounds off the bench. And we got a 5-second call. So we've seen some of the nice defense for Wake Tech at the start. Catonsville, their 2 losses against very good programs at the D1 level. Harcum by 30, and then they also lost to the team from up the road, Cape Fear. That shot is blocked from behind. Cardinals in transition. Cross-court, Tomlin. Tomlin drives in. Got doubled up, and the steal by Wake into the forecourt. It's Hope. He goes down low. The turnaround shot is no good, and that's Tomlin again with some nice post defense, interior defense, and the scoop and score is good by Hayes. Near side Holly for Wake. It's 10-2. Catonsville with the lead. 16:25 to go here in this opening half. The bucket was Scott, by the way. No, wait a minute. Let me double check. It wasn't Hayes. I think it was Porter. Yeah, it's Porter. So Porter got the bucket on the last possession for Catonsville. A sub for Wake Tech as Gabriel Marquise is in the game. Tomlin is cut off and running out of real estate, Holly, but he was deflected off the Cardinals and out of bounds. Wiggins is back in for Catonsville. Shaw to inbound. Hope for 3. Can't get it to go. He's got the lone field goal for Wake Tech. Rebound by Wiggins. Here comes Catonsville. 10-2 in favor of the Cardinals. We played 4 minutes. Scott out deep with it. Here's Tomlin on the wing. Wiggins comes to set the screen, but Tomlin backs him off. And now stepping inside the arc, Porter too strong. Tried to get the offensive rebound, but couldn't come up with it. Shaw lost the dribble, and it's poked away by the Cardinals. And Scott is going to travel with the basketball. 15:30 left to go. Just underway here at the pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. And it's a 10-2 start for Catonsville. We'll take a break. Welcome back. It's 10-2 Catonsville at the start of this one. 15:30 left to go. Wake Tech with the basketball and trying to get the offense going. Wake Tech as a team came in shooting 44%, ditto for Catonsville. But it's been a cold shooting start for the Eagles, who have also been sloppy with the basketball. Marquise has it over to Josie, who's in. Number 21 is Alamar Josie. And another turnover. This Catonsville defense has been outstanding. Vega is into the game. He swings it out, and the three is good from the top of the key. I believe that's Porter. We'll check on it. It is Porter, so Porter hits back-to-back buckets. He's got 5. That's Tomlin again, the third time we've mentioned him at the rim. 13-2 Catonsville, 14:44 to go in this first half. We're just underway, but a great start for the Cardinals. This D2 program from Baltimore County. Catonsville is to the west of Baltimore, the city itself. Porter swings it up top. Another catch-and-shoot three. Not that time. Marquise has the rebound. He flies into the forecourt. Lost the handle. Got it back. And guess who? It's Tomlin there again at the rim. And that's going off the Eagles and out of bounds. So off the bench for Catonsville, Wendell Tomlin, who came in averaging less than a block a game, has 2 blocks. And he's got 2 other plays where he might not get credit for a block, but he has disrupted things. Into the forecourt now for Catonsville, Morgan, and he is fouled by Gerald. Porter's got 5 points. He'll inbound it for Catonsville. 13-2 Cardinals, 14:09 left to go in this opening half, and now it's a steal for Wake. And back in transition, a foul. So Shaw came up with the steal. He's fouled. It is team foul number 3 on Catonsville. So Shaw was apparently in the act of shooting. And A.J. Shaw, 79% free throw shooter. Misses the first, and that's just the kind of offensive start it's been for Wake Tech. Even the things that they normally do well, just not happening right now. So 13-3, 13:58 left to go in the opening half. And a travel called on Vega. Into the forecourt, it's Shaw. Just 1 field goal for Wake. Shaw too strong, but it's put back up and in by Hope. So Hope has both field goals for Wake Tech. It's 13-5 Cardinals. 13:27 left to go in this opening half. And a little over-aggressive there, Hope. So both teams now with 3 team fouls here early on in the opening half. More shuffling for Wake, and they're going to bring number 11, Joshua Stevenson, is in. Let's see, for Catonsville, Cameron Hayes, number 5, has come in. I'll do my best with setting the 5 on the court here for y'all. Looks like Scott back out there, number 2. Tomlin out there. I mentioned Hayes, he's got the basketball. Wiggins has come in. Mike Wiggins back in the game. The runner is no good. Here comes Shaw into the forecourt for Wake. Shaw around 2 defenders, and he will score. 13-7. Catonsville, their lead now, which was double digits, is down to 6. 12:47 to go in the first half. A 3 is no good by Hayes, and it's put back up and in by Vega down low. So Shaw running the points. Looks like Marquise is still in the game. Josie. Stevenson is out there, and Gerald. That's the 5 for Wake Tech. Slowly but surely. Shaw splits the defense. It's poked away. Vega got a hand in there first. Another steal for the Cardinals. Their defense has been money here today. This is Scott over to Vega for 3. Grazes the rim, that's it. Scott is there. How about the guard and the foul? Karis Scott with an and 1, averaging 12.8 points per ball game on the season, 3.6 assists per game, and 2.4 steals. He is a 76% free throw shooter. We've played exactly 8 minutes, 17-7 Catonsville. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. You can probably tell I'm a little, it's one of those little colds, you know. Nothing serious, but enough to make me sound like I got something. Scott completes the 3-point play. So 18-7 Catonsville, 11:53 to go here in this first half. Shaw again running the point. Marquise back to him. This zone for the Cardinals. Shaw for 3 off the back rim. It's batted off the backboard, chased down by Scott. So here comes Catonsville. 11-point advantage again. Vega off the glass. So Vega's second bucket, 20-7. 11:23 to go in the opening half. Stevenson bounce passes it down low. The double team comes. Then it's poked away. Look at the bodies on the floor. Did you see Wiggins there? That's hustle plays right there for Catonsville. And a little extracurricular maybe going for the ball as Jalen Miller got tied up. Timeout on the court. The Cardinals are fired up. They have a 20-7 lead, 11:13 left to go here in this opening half. All right, welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 11:13 left to go here in this opening half, and Catonsville has a 20-7 lead. It'll be Shaw to inbound for Wake Tech, 17 on the shot clock. Stevenson had it. Ooh, boy, he lost that handle and got bailed out with the whistle there. It's going to be the 4th team foul on Catonsville. It's going to be on Hayes. Both teams with 4 team fouls, with 11:10 left to go. And if you're new to Eastern North Carolina basketball officiating, they call it real tight in this gym. So that was ticky-tacky. Shaw to inbound, and it's intercepted again. Vega has his second steal, then he gets tripped up. That one is very obvious. So 15 foul on Wake. 13-point lead for the Cardinals of Catonsville. Vega's got 4 points as he walks it up. Scott over to Morgan. Back out to Scott for 3. Missed it short. Offensive rebound by Wiggins. And down low, that pass is deflected off of Wake Tech as Scott was looking for some help. 13 to shoot for the Cards. And we have another timeout. 10:46 left to play here in this opening half. 20-7 Catonsville. We'll step aside. Okay, welcome back. 13 on the shot clock, and the inbound goes to Scott. Scott spinning, faking, swinging it out. Vega for three. And another offensive rebound by Scott. Point guard does a little bit of everything. He had an and one on a putback against all the bigs for Wake Tech. Could have been a whistle there. Tomlin has it top of the key, 7 to shoot. Catonsville's got to get it going. I don't think they're aware. Vega's got to get it off. He recognizes it, and it's going to be a rebound for Holly. It actually went over the top there. It might have hit the scoreboard, so that's why the officials stopped things. Otherwise, Wake got robbed there by an opportunity maybe for a transition. 10:16 left to play. We're at the midway point here in this opening half. 20-7 Catonsville. Here is Shaw. Cross-court Marquise, the extra pass in the corner. The three rims out. Rebound controlled by Wiggins. Here is Scott. They left Porter for a moment, and then Marquise commits the foul. That's 6 on Wake. So one more, and the Eagles put the Cardinals in the bonus. As you can see, with 9:46 still to go, opportunity. Catch and shoot by Scott in the paint. No, Scott again follows it and scores. So Scott's got 5, but his contributions have been far beyond those 5 points here today. 22-7 Catonsville, 9:30 to play in the half. And now Shaw will go to the line. A.J. Shaw. One of 2 players averaging in double figures for Wake Tech, but this is a very balanced, deep roster. We've seen a lot of guys already in the game. No K.J. Harper today, which is interesting. One of the top rebounders in the country. First free throw is good by Shaw. He's up to 4 points, but 9 players for Wake Tech average 5 a game or better. So Shaw with 4, Hope has 4, and now Shaw with 5. That's all the scoring for Wake Tech. It's 22-9 Catonsville, 7:27 to go in the half. Near side Porter, step back 3 in the corner, no good. Nice box out there by, I believe that was Shaw. Double check that. I don't think that's right. No, because that's Shaw right there with the basketball. It's that guy right there, Baker, who had the rebound, and then his pass is blocked in the lane. It stays with the Eagles, and then it's airmailed out of bounds. 9 minutes exactly left to play until halftime, 22-9. 13-point lead for Catonsville. Cardinals with the basketball. Porter. Here's Allen. Scott back to Allen as they play hot potato with it. Allen inside the arc, now goes cross court. Extra pass back to Allen, corner 3. The 3 is starting to not drop for Catonsville, but again, they have that advantage 22-9. Wake Tech has been ice cold. They've been sloppy with the basketball, and they stay cold as the three is missed in the corner. Turning on the Jets, Porter, he's fouled, and that's going to be team foul number 7 on Wake. So Porter goes to the line for a 1-and-1. Lance Porter, a great free throw shooter, 83%. Averages 13.4 points per ball game, 7 boards a game, and almost 2 blocks. This Catonsville team, we've talked about their interior defense as the front end is good for Porter's up to 6 points, by the way. But the defense, 5.2 blocks per game, 17th best in D2. Wiggins and Porter combined average 3.2. And we've seen them. Tomlin is well off the bench for Catonsville here today. So Porter gets them both. He's up to 7 points, 24-9 Catonsville. 8:15 to go until halftime. Out deep, Stevenson. Tezick is in the game now for Wake as Adam Wainwright goes deeper into his bench trying to find some offense. 9 points on the board. Inside 8 minutes to go in the half. The runner rims in for Stevenson. So Stevenson on the board. Averages 12 a game off the bench. 61% shooter from the field. Got a lot of guys who are over that 50-60% mark. That's why I'm so surprised their offense has been so stagnant. But hey, credit the Cardinals. They have really brought it defensively. Good ball movement here against the zone. 6 to shoot, though, for the Cardinals. Got to create something as Morgan swings it back out, stepping left. Porter got it to go. Porter's in double figures with 10. It's all Catonsville, 27-11, with 7:11 left to go in the first half. Stevenson. Baker throws it down low. Nice pass by Baker to Gerald for the and one. So Gerald with his first bucket, 59% free throw shooter. That's going to be 16 fouls on Catonsville, I believe. A couple of changes. Jalen Miller goes out of the game as Tomlin comes back in. We got another timeout, though. 7-minute mark here in the opening half. 27-13 Catonsville. We'll be back. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I heard it with my headset on. The wind is howling. We have our first taste of winter here this weekend in Northeast Ohio. But anyways, you and I watching some basketball at the beach. It's the pre-Thanksgiving Classic at Brunswick Community College. Gerald completes the three-point play for Wake Tech as they take on Catonsville. Great start for the Cardinals. It's 6:50 left to play in the first half, and 27-14 the advantage for CCBC Catonsville. In the corner, Morgan needs some help. Got it to Allen. Allen with the ball fake, throws it up. Nope. Thought he was going to maybe get some contact. It never came. Morgan got the rebound and then fires it up at the buzzer. Had to do it, drew iron, and then the offensive rebound again for Allen, and then it's swatted out of bounds. Helter-skelter kind of a game. Catonsville has played great defense. Wake Tech with some nice defense of their own, but the rebounding has been a problem on this end of the court for Wake Tech. Some extra chance opportunities from that guy, Scott, who buries another triple. Karis Scott is up to 8 points in the game. Baker is in for Wake Tech. Gerald down low, lost it. It's just been turnover after turnover for the Eagles. And man, I am a fan of this dude. Scott is in double figures now with 10. Karis Scott, he's just going into these big guys and saying, I don't care that I'm the shorter guy. I'm coming, and I'm going to get my points, and I'm going to get my rebounds, and then my teammates are going to come down and swat you out of bounds. What a start for Catonsville. 5:46 left to play in the first half. 32-14. Cards. Scott has 10. Porter has 10. And on the inbound, almost another steal. Gerald had it, and then Gerald is fouled. Both teams in the 1-1. Again, with 5:42 still to play. So Trenton Gerald going back to the free throw line. Completed an and one play moments ago, so he's got 3 points. Shaw's got 5, 4 for Hope, 2 for Stevenson. That's all the offense for Wake Tech. Gerald averages just under 7 points per ball game. Front end is no good. Rebound controlled by Morgan. Porter in the corner. Scott with the fake. Scott back to Porter. Corner 3. No good. And, Wake had it and lost it. Holly had it for a moment. Couldn't quite gather. And then Stevenson tried to save it, ran out of real estate. So once again, the Cardinals, another second possession here. Morgan inbound. It's an in. Tomlin for 3. Rebound this time is still poked away, but it stays with Wake Tech. Here's the Eagles. And quickly, that was Marquise. Here comes Catonsville off the glass. It's good for Porter, I believe that was. We'll check on that. Yeah, it was Porter. So Porter's got a dozen. 34-16 Catonsville. We're inside 5 minutes to play in the opening half. Mathika. Stevenson back to him. He'll attack and score. First bucket for Charles Mathika. A quick 3 is no good by Porter, and then we have a whistle and foul on the rebound, and it's going on the Cardinals. So we'll walk down to the end of the other side of the court, and shoot a 1-and-1. 4:30 exactly left to go here until halftime. Catonsville leads it by 16 points. And look, when the offense is not working, getting to the free throw line, this is what you don't want if you're the Cardinals. Don't want to give up free points here. Caden Tesniak, I hope I'm getting that right, will be taking his first free throws of the season, the freshman. And the front end rims in. So, Tezik, 1 out of 2. Rebound controlled by the Cardinals. So, 34-19 Catonsville, 4:24 to play until halftime. Another quick trigger 3, and that one is good. I believe that was Tomlin this time. Again, we'll check on it. Hard to see those jersey numbers over on the far side, but if that's Tomlin, it's his first bucket, and it is. So Tomlin, 32% shooter from 3. Mathika from downtown, no good. Rebound by Wiggins. Tomlin calling for it from that spot again. This time Miller on the defense for Wake. And not ready for it, Wiggins. 37-19, Catonsville by 18 points. We've got less than 4 to play. We'll take another timeout here and come back in just a moment. Glad to be back with you. 3:45 left to go until halftime. It is Catonsville by 18 points, 37-19. 2 players in double figures for the Cardinals. Porter's got 12, Scott's got 10. 5 for Shaw for Wake, and Hope has 4, but the offense has not been there for the Eagles. Holly tries to change that, gets a bucket to go, so Taquan Holly on the board. 37-21 Catonsville. Hayes throws it right side. And it's taken away by Shaw. Shaw had it poked from behind, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Cardinals. Very helter-skelter kind of first half. It's been frantic defensively, especially for the Cardinals. Now Shaw to inbound it. Down low looking for Holly. Got tied up and then lost it out of bounds. Brunswick Dolphins pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. Game number 1 of 2 today. We'll have a triple header tomorrow. 3:07 left to play in the opening half. 37-21 Catonsville. Cardinals, this is Morgan, and he lost it. Mathika the reverse, his shot rejected by Tomlin. Talked about his post presence off the bench. Here's Porter swinging it down low, and the bank is good. (39-21), 2:37 left to go. Wiggins with his first bucket. Catonsville in control. It's going to be a kick ball. Porter with the kick. Gerald back in, Marquise back in for Wake Tech. Shaw to inbound, 20 on the shot clock. For Wake, this is Shaw swinging it out. Marquise for 3, yes. Gabriel Marquise, came in not shooting great from 3, but got that one to go. Catonsville comes up empty. 39-24 Catonsville, 2 minutes to go until halftime. Tezic drives in. Here's Holly, and he was out of bounds. Mental errors in the first half for the Eagles. 4-4 Wake Tech, 3-2 Catonsville. Wake will play Hagerstown tomorrow at 1. Catonsville takes on Brunswick at approximately 3 p.m. Near side Tomlin. Porter, bounce pass to Tomlin. The turnaround, no. Rebound controlled by Gerald. Shaw into the forecourt for the Eagles. Gets a screen from Gerald, and an offensive foul is called. 1:29 left to play until halftime. Catonsville by 15 points. They've led this game by as many as 18. Wake Tech has not led. There have been no ties, no lead changes. It's been all Cardinals here in the first 20 minutes. Scott thought about it. Ball swung to the top of the key, the 3 and air ball. Porter tried to chase it down. 4 Wake defenders take it away. Here's Holly into the forecourt. Swings it out. Marquise hit one earlier. Not that time. Rebound controlled by Gray. So Gray back in the game with 6 points. Scott into the forecourt. We're inside a minute to go. 54 seconds. Here is Gray for 3 off the back iron. And Holly with the rebound. Nice box out away from the ball, by the way, for Wake Tech. Here's Shaw. Cut off, and he stepped out of bounds. Another out-of-bounds play for the Eagles. Their heads are just not in this first half. So a few second difference between the game and shot clock here. Catonsville can run some time if they choose to do so. They're up by 15 points. Nobody's doing anything slow so far here today, though. Like I said, it's been a very helter-skelter half despite the low scoring for Wake. Catch and shoot 3, Morgan, yes! Morgan's up to 5. Catonsville matches its biggest lead, 42-24. And now Wake can hold for the final shot. Stevenson on the wing with 6 seconds to go. Shaw got to create, throws it up, got it to go, and that will do it for the first half. A first half dominated by the D2 program Cardinals. CCBC Catonsville with the halftime lead, 42-26. We'll take the halftime break. We'll come back, bring you all the second half action here in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, to the Brunswick Community College pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you as Catonsville with a good start in that first half, 42-26 over the Wake Tech Eagles. Eagles at 4-4, Cardinals at 3-2. Good offense for the point guard, Karis Scott. He's got 10 points, but Catonsville led by Porter. Lance Porter with a dozen. So those are the two players in double figures. Then Morgan with 5, Vega with 4, Gray's got 6, Tomlin with 3, 2 for Wiggins. For Wake Tech, not a whole lot of offense. Shaw with a good first half with 7, Marquise with 5, Gerald with 3, Hope's got 4, Holly with 2, Mathika with 2, Stevenson with 2. Our scoreboard is not working, so going to update it manually for you. 42-28 right now, Wake Tech with the league. Hope, I believe, got the last basket for Wake Tech. Good ball movement. Slam dunk, no good. And it's going to be off Catonsville and out of bounds. Wake Tech answers, I'm sorry, folks, I'm doing 5 different things. It's been total disaster from the start. I don't know who scored, but it's 42-30 now. Wake Tech's cut it to 12. Catonsville's led by as many as 18 points. And they get a slam dunk there for Porter, who's now up to 14 in the game. Foul going to be called here on the Cardinals. All right, so 18-27 left to go, 44-30. Wake Tech trying to work themselves back into it. They did cut it down to a 7-point deficit, as Stevenson can't get the scoop shot to go. Strong attack there by Morgan, but comes up well short. Now numbers for Wake. Here is Holly to the hoop. Holly, no, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Just about 2 minutes into this second half. That's already 2 team fouls on Catonsville. Quan Holly, just 40% at the line this season, as he gets that one to go. So again, chance for Wake to cut it down to 12. And that rims out. It's put back up and in, though. I believe that was Hope again. Pull up is short by Gray. 44-33. Catonsville with the lead. Hope trying to put the moves on, lost the handle, and it's been sloppy all day for Wake. That shot is rejected. So Morgan again going aggressively. Catonsville, this is how they like to play. Just attack, attack, attack. But not working right now at the start of this second half, at least for the Cardinals, although they do maintain the basketball and an 11-point lead. 17:33 left to go. We're just underway here in the second half. And Morgan to inbound it. High pass to Scott. Porter for 3. That might have been blocked. And then Tomlin with a silly foul. You never want to foul that far away from the other team's basket. So Catonsville starting to rack up the fouls. They have 3 quick ones already in the first 2.5 minutes here in this second half. Shaw into the front court for Wake. Near side, Hope. Hope attacks into the lane, banks it too strong, volleyballs it back to himself, almost ran out of room, and then lost it to Scott. Catonsville in the front court. Extra pass to Tomlin for three, yes. Tomlin's second bucket, both from behind the arc, 47-33 Catonsville, 16:50 to go in the game. Shaw to Gerald, kicks it out. The catch and shoot three is no good by Hope. Here comes Scott now for the Cardinals. Scott from the free throw line, yes. Scott's got a dozen. Catonsville, just like that, right back where we started the half. It's a 16-point lead. 16:27 left to go in the game. So it looks like Wake was teetering, trying to get it inside single digits. Nice response here by the Cardinals. Shaw being chased. Oh, those long arms doing work again. That time it was Porter, and free throws to come for the Cardinals on the first team foul on Wake. Wendell Tomlin, 80% at the line this season, 8.4 points per ball game, 4.2 rebounds, steal and a half, and nearly a block a game. Those numbers, those block numbers will go up after today. He had at least 2 in the first half. He misses the first free throw. 16:11 left to go. Lead is 16 for Catonsville. The Cardinals taking on Brunswick tomorrow at 3 and then off for the rest of the week as Tomlin gets 1 out of 2. They'll start December at Baltimore City on December 4th. For Wake Tech, they take on Hagerstown tomorrow. And then a 5-game road trip starting December 3rd at Richard Bland. I mentioned that Wake's played a very tough schedule so far this year. 2 of the 4 losses against nationally ranked programs. Another steal by Porter, can't get it to go. Rebound by Stevenson. Wake Tech, again, they're just playing way too fast. Hope was just way too fast there. And you can see his mind was ahead of his body. He's saying it was touched by Catonsville last, but the officials are going to talk about it here, but I think they made the right initial call. And we have another whistle. Oh, yes, we must not forget the media timeouts for the media. I need my breaks. What can I say? 15:54 left to go. It's a 17-point game. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. 15:54 left to go here in the ball game. All Catonsville. They lead by 17. They've got the basketball. My name's Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you. I'm at the home studio in Ohio. We had winter come to Ohio this weekend. We got a few inches of snow. It melted immediately, but it was nice to see. Morgan swings it back out. The catch and shoot three is good again. I believe that's Tomlin over there on that far side. We'll check on it. This is the biggest lead now for Catonsville. It's out to a 20-point advantage. That was Tomlin. It's his third triple. He's got 9, all from downtown. And we got another foul called on the Cardinals. So 15-13 left to go in the game. 53-33 Catonsville. 4th team foul on the Cards. That is the 4th on Wiggins. So he goes out and Gray back in. So if you're Wake and you're struggling offensively here today, you've been sloppy with the basketball, you got to keep attacking. There's a slam dunk by Hope, who's in double figures now with 10. Wake's got to get some stops. They have to flip the script a little bit here in this one. Porter's had the hot hand, up to 14 points. So is Scott. He's got a dozen, got his man in the air. Over to Gray for 3. Yes. Gray has 9. Catonsville by 21, 56-35, 14-35 left to go in the game. Stevenson got it down low. Hope, and we got an offensive foul called on Wake. Second team foul on the Eagles. 14:27 left to go in the game. Cardinals again with the basketball and a big lead. It's out to 21 now. They started the second half a little bit slow, Cardinals, but Wake wasn't able to make much of a run. And now they are right back to work. Here's Porter going to the free throw line. Half hour after this game is over, Hagerstown and Brunswick, the host school. We'll have that one for you on the Dolphins YouTube channel. You can chime in on the YouTube chat. You do have to subscribe to our channel. Be a big help if you did. We are trying to do so much with so little. As I think that should be the theme of the NJCAA. By the way, that's your catchphrase right there. We're trying to do so much with so little. That's what every community college is doing. But we really need to get to 1,000 subscribers. My life would be so much easier. The guys who are helping us at the gym, their lives would be so much easier if we can get to that number. So we need every subscriber we can. And I got to tell you, folks, if we don't get to that number, we might have to go the pay-per-view route, because we're trying to do things on this budget that it's really difficult to do. So please do subscribe. If you do subscribe, you can chat with us on the YouTube chat. We'd really appreciate it. Strong move there by Shaw, who got right to the hoop. So Shaw up to 9, at least 9. I'm missing a couple of buckets for Wake Tech. 57-37 Catonsville. 13:37 to go in the game. Here's Porter with 15 now. Back in Vega. Vega attacks. And he was just determined to shoot. Wake cannot catch the basketball today. I mean, there were 3 guys there. And Vega takes it away. Then Morgan has it swatted back. Nice interior defense there by Miller, who got the block. Holly had to go in and out, and then it's off Wake. YouTube limits what you can do as far as live streaming on their app with less than 1,000 subscribers. That's why that number is so important to us. If we can get to that number, oh my gosh. Some of this nonsense that we have to deal with. You guys don't see what goes on behind the scenes, but we're just barely getting these games off every single game. And every time we think we have a solution, it goes south. Tomlin with a heat check. Vega another rebound, but traveled with the basketball. Had to make something happen with just 2 on the shot clock there, so Vega doing what he can. Marquise with 5 points off the bench comes back in for Wake Tech. So Marquise and Gerald in the backcourt. Josie is back in. Miscommunication on the pass and another steal. The layup is good for Morgan, who's up to 7 points. 59-37. Biggest lead for Catonsville now is 22. Fake by Josie, goes to the hoop and scores his first points. 59-39, 12-12 to go in the game. Here's Morgan again, swatted, but staying with it, laying it up and in is Porter, who's got 17, a game high. Hope is the lone player in double figures for Wake with 10. Alley-oop, and the layup is good to Hope, who's now got a dozen. 61-41, Catonsville, 11:50 to go in the game. Vega, Gray looking for the cutter, Tomlin, instead takes it himself to the wing. Porter over to Vega, shot clock at 10. Here is Morgan. Morgan's been aggressive, swings it out. Vega for 3, yes. Vega now with 7. All Catonsville, 64-41. Their biggest lead now out to 23. 11:16 to go in the game. Marquise throws it cross court. It's tipped and intercepted. Taken away by Porter. Porter couldn't get the bucket to go. The putback no by Tomlin. Now here comes Wake. Up and down we go. Shaw to the hoop. Scoop, no. Is it a foul? Well, it is a foul, and it's going to be a block called on Gray. Free throws to come with 10:57 left to go in the game for Wake. Got a wet spot out on the court, and I think we got a timeout anyways. All Catonsville here today so far. Wake will be at the line when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. 10:57 left to go here in the ball game, and Catonsville, they're home on the scoreboard there in your top left. They lead at 64-41. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you, and the Cardinals have been impressive here today. Cardinals at 3-2. They're D2, Wake Tech is D1, but in the NJCAA, D2 and D1 don't quite mean the same thing. Not like the NCAA. It's not even. I mean, it just depends on the program, because like Davidson Davey, who's like a national championship contender at the D2 level, can mop the court with just about everybody at the D1 level in this region. So it depends. Shaw gets both free throws. Again, quickly, Vega. This time he capitalizes, and Vega has 9. So every time Wake Tech makes something happen, Catonsville responds. Yeah, you're the only one on there. I'm begging for subscribers out here. Kickball there as Hope was looking down low for Miller. So Shaw with 11 points, Hope with 12 for Wake. Shaw will inbound it here for the Eagles. Shot clock goes to 20. 10:27 to go in the game. Nearing the midway point of the second half. If Wake's going to make a run, They pretty much have to play flawless now. They come up empty there, just one-on-one. No ball movement there. Catonsville trying to do too much at times as well here in the second half, but hey, it's working for them. This is their biggest lead, 23, the Cardinals. Shout out to you if you're in the Baltimore area. Thanks for joining us. Ditto up in Raleigh and other parts in the Carolinas. I know Adam Wainwright does a good job recruiting locally. Hope again, the turnaround. Offensive rebound by Josie. And then Josie had it poked out of bounds. Wake Tech and Hagerstown tomorrow at 1. Catonsville and Brunswick approximately 3 p.m. It'll probably be later than that. Well, they were looking down low. It trickles out to Miller off the deflection. Miller uses his body, scores in the foul. So Miller with an opportunity for an and one. Jalen Miller got to scratch from the free throw line on the young season. And it's tipped up and in by Hope. Hope trying to give hope to the Eagles. It's 66-47 now, 19-point advantage for Catonsville. Porter, a couple of fakes, got it to Scott, who's been impressive. He's got 14. Done a lot of rebounding, too. We're past the midway point, 9:22 to go in the game. Here is Marquise for 3. Yes. So Marquise hits his second triple. He's got 8 on the day. 68-50. Catonsville again, Scott attacking. Swings it out in the corner. The rainbow 3, no good. Another offensive rebound, this time by Hayes. And attacking, no. Second effort, no for Porter. Rare blemishes on his resume today as Porter has 17. That's going to be another kickball by Scott. But you see, the hands are active constantly for the Cardinals. They're everywhere. Some changes for Catonsville as Micah Morgan checks back in. Josie for Wake. Up top, it's a catch-and-shoot 3 by Shaw. Got it to go. Shaw with 14. 68-53, 8:39 left to go. Wake Tech has cut a 23-point lead now down to 15. So still, like I said a couple minutes ago, if you're going to make a run, now's the time you have to do it. Wake's got to be pretty much flawless for the rest of this game. But they have shaved 8 points off of that deficit since a couple of minutes ago. So still 8 minutes and 39 seconds. This one far from over. If you're Catonsville, got to keep yourselves engaged. You have to keep the foot on the gas, as they say, and keep pushing. And not be sloppy with the basketball. You see the fouls right now on your upper left there. I thought this was a 30-second timeout. Apparently it's a full timeout, so we're going to go away again. Get it together, please. right, back to live action finally. 8:36 left to go in the game. Catonsville by 15. They've led by as many as 23. Got to respond here. Cardinals. Nice ball fake there by Allen, who gets it back. The jumper in the lane, no good. Another stop for the Eagles, so here comes Wake Tech. Hope into the forecourt. Marquise attacks. Nice pass to Gerald, and Gerald. You see that couple little fakes, not trying to go too quickly there? That's brilliant offense. So we're at the 8-minute mark, and the lead is down to 13. Catonsville, a little backdoor cut there by Morgan, and he was out of control. That's an offensive foul. Taking the charge, Gerald, and another stop for the Eagles. So this one's starting to get interesting again. We did see, for the most part, Catonsville's been up double digits for most of the game, but we did see Wake make a run early in the first half to get it inside single digits, and they're trying to do that here. 7:55 left to go. We got another timeout, so we're going to step aside again. Okay, 7:55 left to go in the game. Wake has shaved 10 points off of their deficit. It was 23, it's now 13, and they have the basketball. So hold your horses. Here come the Eagles as Marquise lets it roll. Marquise over to Hope. He's got 14. Pass goes to Shaw. Down low. The flip is good by Josie, and the lead is 11. 68-57. And Scott has it swatted by Gerald. Here comes Marquise. The lead is 9. Marquise in double figures. I can't believe how fast the Eagles have shaved 14 points off this deficit. It's 68-59 now. Catonsville with 7:12 to go in the game. That'll be a foul on Gerald. It's the 4th team foul on Wake. Hayes is out for Catonsville. Wiggins is back in. He's got 4 fouls. Porter with the inbound. Here is Allen. Shot clock at 9 for the Cardinals. Morgan, shot clock at 5. He attacks it. It's taken away. Marquise has been great off the bench here in the second half. They had a 3-on-3. Here's Hope spinning, had his shot blocked, and Scott recovers. Boy, the Cardinals are in desperate need of a bucket here. 68-59 Catonsville. But a long run here for Wake Tech. 6:30 to go in the game. Scott over to Allen. Again, the shot clock is down to 9. Allen swings it out. Open look, Scott for 3. No good. Offensive rebound, put back no by Wiggins. Cardinals cannot buy one. Wake Tech can't buy a rebound, though. Now Porter swings it out. Scott thought about it. Instead, he'll back it out. Now he turns on the Jets. Out to Porter, but before that, an offensive foul. Gerald takes another charge. Wake Tech has flipped the script in a big way. They still trail by 9, though. 6:02 left to go in the game. 68-59 Catonsville. But just moments ago, Cards were up 23. Marquise now. Shaw in the front court. Hope out on the wing. Marquise attacks to Gerald, got tied up with Tomlin, and a jump ball. So Tomlin comes back into the game, makes an immediate impact. Possession arrow does favor Wake, though, with the shot clock at 11. Shot inbound. Here's Gerald on the wing. He attacks, draws contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. Team foul number 9 on the Cardinals. As you see there, upper left, just 4 on Wake Tech. Gerald with 5 today. I think it's 6. Seven for Gerald. 14 points have been cut off the Catonsville lead. It was 23. Correction. It's now a 7-point game. My math was a little bit off there, but you know what I mean. Gray back in, has it top of the key. Morgan being hounded. Gray gets it down low to Scott, and a blocking foul this time called. It's just the 5th team foul on Wake, though, with 5:12 to go. 68-61 Catonsville. Catonsville went up 23 in the second half. And the Cardinals want to talk about it. With 5:12 still to go, we'll take time as well. Catonsville really needs to start scoring again. They have been silent on the offensive end for, I want to say, almost 5 minutes of game time. 5:12 left to go. It was about the 10-minute mark that I said if Wake's going to make a run, they've got to do it. Well, they have. Cardinals still lead by 7, though. It's 68-61, Catonsville. Gray will attack, flips it up. They cannot score right now. It just is not falling for the Cardinals. Here comes Wake now, trying to dig further into this deficit. They've trailed by as many as 23 here in the second half. Marquise in double figures with 10. Bounce pass was short. It's a steal. Eagles get back, so Cardinals will set up the offense. 4:35 to go in the game. Long scoring drought for Catonsville. Tomlin over to Porter. Gray. Morgan now. Morgan puts the moves on. Met by a sea of defenders. The three is no good. Morgan with the offensive rebound. Boy, Wake's defensive rebounding has not been good today. Eagles commit the foul there. Team foul number 6, so no 1-and-1 yet for Catonsville. Meanwhile, Cardinals have 9 team fouls. Next one puts Wake in the double bonus. Real interesting into this game. Morgan attacks, throws it up too strong off the glass. Rebound by Hope. Another empty possession. Hope lost the handle, slipped, and oh no, I hope he's okay. Might have pulled a hammy there. He's up quickly, so that's a good sign. And we're going to take the inside 4 timeout. I'm going to check on that wet spot out on the court there. We'll take our final media timeout. Come back here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 3:55 left to go in the game. If you're just joining us, Chris Shima, glad to be with you for the Brunswick pre-Thanksgiving Holiday Classic. 68-61 Cardinals, but Catonsville led by 23 at about the 10-minute mark. Wake Tech has come storming back. Their defense has really picked up. Tomlin having trouble. Defense leaves them, can't hit the 3. Cardinals are ice cold. Wake Tech hasn't capitalized in a couple of minutes themselves, though, so deflection there by Catonsville, so we'll stay with the Eagles. 3:32 left to go in the game. Marquise to inbound it. Hope's got 14. Shaw has 14 as well. He's got the basketball for the Eagles. Shaw attacks. Rejected. Here comes Catonsville. 2-on-2. To the hoop. It's Scott. Can't not get it to go. Oh, they are just ice cold, and now they just put Wake in the double bonus. An abysmal ending to this game so far for Catonsville, but they do still lead by 7. 3:11 left to go. Here is Hope at the free throw line. Mervyn Hope, 11.3 points, 7.5 boards a game, is a 56% free throw shooter. Double bonus. So Hope can make it a 2-possession game here, if nothing else, if you can get the second free throw to go down. Missed them both. And that one is going off Catonsville. So a little pressure on the rebound. It's almost like neither team wants to win right now. So Shaw will inbound it. Marquise back to him. Shaw attacks. Shaw got it to go. Tough bucket there by A.J. Shaw, who's got 16 here today. And the lead is down to 5. Catonsville has not scored in at least 7 minutes of game time. Their lead was 23. Morgan now into the forecourt. Had the ball poked away. Tomlin got it, though. Scott, Morgan, back to Scott. Here's Gray. This is Porter. Porter to the hoop. Nope. Met at the rim again. Gerald throws it into the front court. Josie back to Hope. Defender went for the steal. The elbow jumper too strong. It comes to Marquise, and he can't score. And then away from the ball, a collision, and it's going to be a foul on Gray. 2:25 left to go, a 5-point game. Wake trails, but they're going to the line for 2 more free throws. Well, what's the call here? It looks like it went against Catonsville. And before the free throws, we're going to have another timeout. Don't go anywhere. Catonsville is trying to hang on. They have not scored in 8 minutes. And here comes Wake. We'll see if they can complete the comeback when we come back. Okay, so apparently everything we thought before the timeout is wrong. We thought there was a foul called on Catonsville. There wasn't. It was on Wake, which is their 7th, but it was an offensive foul. Catonsville still cannot score, though. They have not scored since the 10-minute mark at least. They still lead somehow 68-63. And really, with 2:15 to go, they're a couple of buckets away from really being able to wrap this up. That's going all the way into the backcourt, which is allowed. Vega back in the game with 9 points as the Cardinals try to find something on this end of the court. Well, they're going to go to the free throw line now on a silly foul by Marquise. So Tomlin will go to the line. Wendell Tomlin, 80% free throw shooter. 1-1, front end is good. For Tomlin, he's now got 11 points. Make it 12 for Tomlin. So with 2:03 to go in the game, 70-63 Catonsville. Look out. Players were tied up. One player was out of bounds. What's the call here? It's going to stay with Wake. So Marquise will inbound it. Minute 57 left to go in the game. Shaw top of the key. Hope on the right side. Marquise back to Hope. Shaw with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Marquise with the fake. They got to get it off. They just do. It's Shaw. Can't get the three, but it comes right to Josie, who scores. 70-65. Catonsville, minute 25 to go in the game. Vega will walk it up. Can these Cardinals hang on here? A 23-point lead, down to 5. Tomlin attacks. Back out to Vega. Shot clock at 8. Minute 4 to go. Shot clock is at 4. Trying to create is Scott. Can't get it to go. It's saved by Hope, but it comes right to Tomlin, who puts it up and in. 14 for Tomlin. 3-possession game, 50 seconds to go in the game. Hope to the free throw line, yes. 16 for Hope. Timeout Wake. 47.7 seconds on the clock. We got a 2-possession game. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. It's Catonsville leading at 72-67. The Cardinals have led by as many as 23 here today. That was really, I think it was at the 10-12 mark, somewhere around there. It was at the midway point of the second half that Catonsville built that lead out. They have not had a field goal since that time, though. Correction, Tomlin just put a bucket in. It was their first field goal in around 9 minutes. But they do still have the lead. They have the basketball here into the front court. Clock is your friend in a 2-possession game, and Wake will foul here as players just diving all over the court. So I believe Vega will go to the free throw line. Vega, his first free throws of the season. 9th team foul, so still a 1-and-1. It'll be the last 1-and-1 for Catonsville with 41.1 seconds. Vega with 9 points off the bench. Came in averaging just 4, so really good game for him. Can't get the free throw to go, and that's out of bounds. It's off of Catonsville. Didn't see the official point, but so Wake Tech gets the stop they need with 40 seconds left to go. Here they go now, down by 5. Into the front court at Shaw. Catch and shoot by Marquise. Can't get the three. It's tipped up and in down low. I believe it was Josie again. So it's a 3-point game, 72-69. With 28.3 seconds left to go. Another timeout is called, and we'll take it as well. to live action. Catonsville with the basketball. And free throws coming from Morgan. Both teams now are in the double bonus. Morgan with 7 points today. 23.9 seconds left to play in the game. Cardinals trying to grit this out. Their offense has struggled down the stretch here, but just trying to survive. Morgan misses the first one. Still can make it a two-possession game. Credit Wake Tech for not quitting. They have shown some resolve down the stretch here. However this game ends up should give them momentum. Friendly bounce from Morgan, so he's got 8. Two-possession game, 73-69. Wake looking to go quickly here. They get it to Marquise. They got to go. Hope pull-up jumper, yes. 2-point game. Good game for Hope. He's got 18. 73-71, 10.9 seconds left to go. And Catonsville will call a timeout here. So the possession arrow, it looks like, favors Wake. With 10.9 seconds, if you're Wake here, again, they've done a nice job on the foul game down the stretch here. They've, let some seconds off the clock. They've tried to run some clock, tried to go for the steal is what I meant to say. And they've been fouling within that 4 to 6 second mark. Here you got to go a little bit quicker with just 10.9 seconds. Remember, guys' game, I don't know when they're going to get with the times and, let teams advance the basketball like they do in the women's game and pretty much every other league in this country and around the world. But we're not there yet. So, guys' game, you got to go to length of the court. So, with 10.9, it's real tough to get 2 possessions out of that. It's JUCO hoops. These guys fly down the court. So, maybe with 10.9, you can get 2 possessions. But you really got to think about 1 here. So if you're Catonsville, get the ball inbounded to a good free throw shooter, get these 2 free throws to go in, you're feeling pretty good. And if you're Wake, you're really trying to foul quickly right now, trying to extend the game as much as possible. So that helped Catonsville, just those couple of seconds able to run off, although the clock started late. It's got 9.2. That seemed like it was longer than less than a second to me. But still not likely enough time for 2 possessions. It's up to Tomlin now, 80% free throw shooter. So if you're Catonsville, this is the guy you want at the line, and he gets the first one to go. 15 for Tomlin. Now it's a 3-point game. The second one is key here because that would make it 2 possession. If it's 2 possession with 9.2 seconds, if you're Catonsville, let them do whatever they want on offense. He misses. Rebound to Hope. So an opportunity now to tie with a 3 here. Hope will fire it. Can't bank it off the glass. And the clock expires. And Catonsville gets away with this one. 74-71. The Cardinals improve to 4-2 on the season. Wake Tech falls to 4-5. And it just comes down to just not being quite enough down the stretch for the Eagles here today. All right, we got to go. Our next game is coming up at about 3:25, about a half hour from now. It's the Brunswick Dolphins taking on Hagerstown as the pre-Thanksgiving Classic continues on. We'll be back with you in 25 minutes.